Someone told you wrong, Joey. Everybody,
Back
guys,
at it again.
Chris and Dan show. You guys know, and you already know, Chris is late. I'm sick and tired of holding down this show myself. All right.
So we're doing Chris and Dan show.
Where are you
today.
at? This is Chris and Dan show.
No, I'm Chris.
Oh, this is Chris. This is Chris today.
Dan.
We even have like a reaction planned. Maybe, hopefully, opening this business bank account doesn't take long. Joey Finro, he's our resident realtor.
That's right.
We have a property in Texas together. We're thinking of doing more properties.
We are.
So we have to go to a bank. Check this, right? Regular bank and open a business account. We'll see how long that takes, and then Chris will be there because he's a straggler, so he's running late. But then we'll get Chris on.
He drives a Corvette and still he's the last one here.
He does, yeah. So, but I do we have a lot we could discuss.
Yeah, let's do it.
And
this is part one.
Well, this is part one. All right, part one. I was gonna make it less about real estate and more about how are you growing your business, using social media? Because guess what? Today I was waiting for my wife to get back home so I could come here, and I flipped through. I see Joey, this dude,
this handsome guy.
Interest rates going like this. So you're obviously using Instagram.
I am. I need to do. I mean, obviously, we all want to model after you, but yeah, just trying to put my face out there a little bit more with everything I do with real estate sales, with real estate investing, and just build the personal brand and business brand all together. But yeah, just dicking around with. I was going back and forth between Instagram Reels and Instagram Stories, and just putting my face as I'm talking about what's going on in the market.
That's cool.
So
that's cool. You can do the same thing on TikTok.
Oh, okay. So I'm not on TikTok yet.
Just take that video.
Joe Rogan scared me about it. Did you see what Joe Rogan?
Yeah, with the algorithm.
China? Yeah. We've talked about this on the podcast. They basically can, and Joe, again, not that all this could be true, but what he is saying on the terms and conditions is that they can access other devices that, I think there would, within iCloud, you have different devices attached. Somehow, so I'm it kind of got me scared. So I was man?
Guess what? They got Elon Musk too. He uses TikTok. He said he uses his own phone number.
Combat. I like that.
What are they gonna do, man? Facebook, Instagram, they all have that.
But what am I doing? So yeah, I want to get back on to posting regularly on YouTube every single day. You got to be a part of this, dude. You can't.
We'll do it.
But to be posted regularly. But right now, I'm just posting on Instagram and I want to put a plan together to be posting more on YouTube like you, like we all do. We want to be like Dan.
Man,
the Chris and Dan show.
Chris and Dan show. These guys don't even know because they're not my clinical research followers. They have no clue.
They have no idea who I am.
What kind of struggle, sweat I have to go through to get just one follower on my clinical trial stuff. But on Chris and Dan show, they come easy.
Okay, got it.
You put a band from Norway,
interesting,
and then you just talk a little bit of crap. Their fans come out the woodwork, and usually it's been good though.
Are you using Instagram and all that too? With
for Chris and Dan show, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay, got it.
No, I'm trying to find a way to do it without diluting my brand. The only way to do it is to create its own thing, and neither Chris nor myself have time to do it.
Got it. Okay.
Well, I could barely do my own.
I was going to say,
So this is it. This is all you guys have, right? YouTube. So anything else, Joey? You excited? What just a preview for the coming interview? Real estate. August 2022.
Is it going to crash in 2023?
Yes.
You will find out in the next video.
Stay tuned, guys. Bye. Yeah. So there's actually a story behind this camera. Joey was asking me. So, and I'll name them. Okay, this is gonna get us bad. Sorry, Chris. This company. They're the worst.
As you're cracking
perfect timing. They're the worst drug company, right? They wanted to hire me, without getting into details. I think I told you about this too. To go to their mothership, be like an influencer about not even vaccine related stuff, just about their health, which is perfectly congruent with what I'm already doing. It would have been perfect. They had my flight booked.
Oh.
They had my wife's flight booked because she was going to hold the camera, so I got her to be the videographer. And last minute, they're like, you know what? You're not vaccinated. It's kind of weird to have you here.
Oh.
And I was like, well, there's a reason. I had a good excuse, and it's not an excuse, it's truth. I'm in a study with Dr. Speenhazen in Malibu for Progenibiome. They're studying my microbiome and hundreds of others that are unvaccinated to compare versus vaccinated
Dude,
long term.
I'd love to see that stuff.
So I told them I'm doing it for research.
Nice.
They came back, talked to some people. They're like, no, it's still odd that you're an influencer and you're not vaccinated. So they basically said you're not part of us. Next time it's triple. The price is tripled, all right?
You heard it here first.
So that's the story behind that camera. Dora bought this camera to do that. To go there, because I didn't have like a good camera. So she bought this.
Dude, you were rocking the freaking GoPro for
I was doing
and that
GoPro.
was killing it.
And my laptop
Got it.
thing.
So this is where this came from. So it
That looks like a
Chris Sauber did show up. Joey just taught me how to do
35
green
minutes
screen.
later.
Yeah, 35 minutes later. So Chris, you do zero marketing on social media. But
What's marketing?
What do you think? What do you think about Chris and
exactly?
Dan
What's
show?
marketing?
Taking Chris and Dan show to the next level.
Nice.
Besides creating more content, like what?
What does it take? What do we need to do?
Yeah. It might take you getting an Instagram.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
like
And then add some pronouns by
sacrilege.
your name. Add some pronouns by your name and
What you guys
Well, that
really
would
need
never happen.
is cookies with your logos on them. Okay, that's the number.
Yeah.
Actually, that one.
well,
We're
first
gonna
we
give
need a
them to
logo.
Cookies with logo, and then you got to give them to them.
So what? People on YouTube?
Yeah, you got to send it to them.
Yeah, I
Totally
wouldn't need
worth the money.
anything from somebody I got from a YouTube channel.
All right, say something
That's
to the
exactly
BTS.
why you should do it.
Say something to the BTS fans, real quick.
Hello. I don't know how to say it in Chinese or Mandarin. I'm sorry.
Konnichiwa.
Mandarin.
That's
sorry.
super offensive because they're Korean. All right, next is Next, Maneskin fans. Let's see if you could alienate them too. This is like anti-marketing.
How do you say hello in Italian?
I don't know.
Not prego. It's
Oh, you do?
Okay, Nightwish. Say something. Redeem yourself.
Hello
One
again.
group, Nightwish fans.
Italian.
Great lead singer.
Okay, see? Nightwish, we're still doing good with them.
Oh, that's right. It's ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao is
That's
hi
hello and goodbye?
No, actually, Italians say. I think it's hi.
They say hi?
I think they say
Who did
ciao.
we
Correct
alienate?
us.
Who did we alienate?
Everybody.
The BTS? How much time we have before we gotta go?
We got.
Enough time to alienate
5
everybody
minutes.
else.
Joey,
Five
what?
minutes.
Who do you want him to see? BTS, Maneskin, or Nightwish? Just like 2-minute clip.
Oh, I don't care. I mean,
You
I
see
like
it on YouTube?
I like
Okay.
Maneskin the best.
Okay, put Maneskin.
Okay, no, we're gonna go on the big screen, guys.
wow.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on, we're in a real estate office. I mean,
Okay,
come on
okay.
here. We can't
Did
have
you
some
know,
like.
I did not know this. I was looking at a YouTube video over the weekend, and Maneskin was one of the
The Chris and Dave
best
show.
songs of 2021. It was the
Yeah.
most watched or most listened to.
The one that we really liked, I forgot. Yeah.
I was like, how the hell's that on the list?
Chris
That's
and
great.
Dan
It was like the
show.
number 3 best song of 2021.
No, put Maneskin. Maneskin.
Okay, say that in 3, 2, 1.
Maneskin.
Beggar. I think it was Beggar.
Okay, just the first one comes up. Hold on.
Begging.
3 minutes. 3
Yeah.
minutes. This
Next
one.
one?
No,
Begging.
let's do this one. We didn't do this one yet.
All right.
Supermodel. This is Joey's
Oh,
first reaction.
Watch my office like, why do you
Begging
have
was the 3rd best song of last year.
Yeah, begging. He heard that one though, for sure. Joey's more
I
hip
doubt
than we
it.
are. He's
I
way
don't
more
know.
hip than we are. All right, the audio's good. Well, we're gonna get Joey's take on this. Here, can you stand right there?
It's got a supermodel in it. It can't be all bad.
Hey.
Yeah, and we haven't seen this. Blair, here's
Oh,
proof of what Joey does at work.
I was gonna say, I don't know if I want to be in there.
Or maybe not a supermodel in it, just the name
Hey,
of the song.
where'd you get that
Hey, we haven't
dress?
seen it. TJ Maxx.
Good.
So this is one of the reactions?
Yeah, and they love us.
Oh, you guys talk
Fans
during
love us.
these, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
like during.
Feel free to talk.
Yeah, no,
Oh, this
there's.
guy's voice. He's like a legend.
I've never heard this.
He's legit.
So is this one? I'm sure this is all over TikTok.
No.
Well, it's about to be.
They're super young too. The lead singer's like 21 years old.
I like the theme party. That seems kind of cool.
He's the dude. I'll show you. The
No.
No, it's not him.
Oh, I was like, that dork?
That dude in the yellow. I forgot his name.
Oh.
Man, they're gonna destroy us.
Interesting. I feel like this could have been in like the 90s, which is why they're what they're kind of going after.
Yeah.
You know,
Could have been the 80s too.
or 80, yeah, late 80s.
They say rock.
Early
is,
90s.
They say rock is not dead. It moved to Italy.
I can see that. That guy, dude, that is funny. No,
His
I've never.
voice is sick though.
No, it doesn't sound like it came from him.
Right.
He looks like kind of like a normal guy.
It's
you
probably
know?
a compliment, but the comments will take that however they want.
Oh, that's funny. Do we know what the song is about?
Supermodels. We've never seen this either.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, then you
That was
can't
the
just
first
do
time we're
me.
hearing
Oh,
this too.
shoot.
Yeah. But they get a lot of views, so this is good.
Yeah, I could see how this like random party stuff. Yeah, gets. Yeah. Now I'm about to have a seizure.
What are you thinking? So far,
I need
so
to
good.
step back. You right? Yeah. Dan, what do you think?
I'm a fan. Like when we first saw this band, I was like, I don't know if it's not my thing. Now I became a fan. Like they're less.
After watching the video, you became a fan, a firm fan.
They got some funny videos. That one video where they're all in the car.
Yeah, but the one that did it for me, like, is that one somber song he did about this girl.
Yeah,
I forget what it's called. Coraline. When we have time, when we come back, we'll do
That
Coraline.
is funny.
Right?
We
No,
actually
you
might
gotta
need
do
to
Begging. That's their
Oh,
most popular
Okay,
song.
when we come back, Beggin' and
Did you
Coraline.
lose weight, dude?
I don't know.
We'll do Beggin' and
I
Coraline.
don't think so.
Now time to go to the bank.
Just Chris, like before we start our real talk, like can you give them like a 2-minute breakdown of what you're carrying? And
Sure.
So
good,
see,
yeah.
there's nothing in it. It's clean.
Oh,
it's clear.
you got the red one. So this goes through glass. I have these bullets.
Those are self-defense, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to stop on impact.
yeah, but no,
So they
these
won't-
ones.
So they won't go through people.
But these ones specifically, there's
yeah,
like
they open up.
Exactly.
It
Yeah, but-
pushes them open. It's a break.
Yeah, but it can go. I think the red means it can go. It can penetrate like glass better. So it doesn't just stop at glass. It can
Sure.
get through.
I didn't know that, but
yeah.
that would make sense.
Yeah, but ones I don't know if these specifically can do that. But ones I bought that are just like this also have that red dot. So I think that's what that means. But God, so you do one also. But you were showing.
Yeah, so this is Glock 19. And Joey's talking about he's not sure what he wants to carry, I think, right?
Yeah. Well, right now I'm doing Springfield XT9, but I barely carry that.
I like this gun because of the handle, the where you grip it, right?
Yeah.
It can take your whole hand,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I think it's comfortable.
Yeah, this is
and
a-
it's
this-
just on the verge of not being too big to carry.
No, you're right. This is just a little bit smaller than mine. Yeah. No,
So-
I mean, it's nice.
Here, I set you up. I didn't know what size belt to get, so I got two.
wow,
one,
live on the Chris and Dan
one-
show, Chris.
one medium, one large. I have
Oh,
an
you're
extra
not
large.
joking.
Chris and Dan show. Chris, can you load the ammo for the fans? You have some hardcore fans, especially Shrapnel. He actually has more guns. than
Stealthy
you.
69.
Yeah, Stealthy 69 is like comes strapped. Anyway it goes.
Well,
So-
speaking of which, I was at a Morgan Care recruiting subjects the other day.
Yeah.
Yesterday, actually.
With that, you had the piece on you.
Yeah. And the guy was complaining that somebody was stalking him. A previous patient that had lived there, or
Yeah.
client. And I said, dude, you should maybe carry. And he's like, yeah, I put in my application 6 months ago. I still haven't gotten it. And he said, but if they follow me home, he says they got like 40 guns at home. He said the guy's gonna get drilled with everything.
The Filipino dude I met.
Yeah. him.
Okay.
Which kind of surprised me.
Hey man, so whether you Second Amendment or not, maybe that's a good place to start. Should we start with real estate?
Sure. Yeah.
Because we just
So
came
Chris,
back from
I'm
the bank.
impressed. Thank you for showing me that.
Yeah, thank you. Now everybody,
You're welcome.
just quickly
I just found
show
it very
you.
comfortable.
Yeah.
Just remind your
am
haters. like,
pleasantly surprised because I would have
What,
thought that
I'm
would been
carrying?
yeah.
doubly uncomfortable. But that's and it's safer with that because it's in a holster. So, but on that note, real estate. So
Yeah, real estate.
welcome to the Dan and Chris show. No,
Chris and Dan show. This is
I'm sorry, Chris.
this
and
is
Dan.
Chris first. Definitely a Chris
Yeah.
first show.
So
about that.
so the real estate
Absolutely.
market since we last how are we feeling? I know we've kind of paused the last or been on pause for the last 6 months. But I mean, obviously, you guys know I have my opinions. But yeah, I mean, I guess when would you guys be ready to buy the next rental property?
Well, let me ask you something really quick.
So scratch that.
No, that's good. Next rental property is ASAP. Is my answer. But let me ask you something quick. So Tony Robbins said this. He said,
Oh, look at you, bro.
yeah, the book you recommended, Life Force.
Okay.
It's actually pretty good. I'm only on the introduction. So he said, to a guy with a hammer, everything's a nail. So for you, because you're the only one making a career out of real estate, how mindful are you of the fact that you might be very biased to this?
Yeah, no, that's a really good quote. I'm not biased at all. No, I'm kidding. And I feel like in our conversations before, I think I've always said, like, I'm biased. I don't think that anybody could not be biased if you're, like if I, answer or ask questions about, clinical research, about a correction or something, you might be a little bit biased, right? So
we're biased as hell about real. Well, at least I am.
And I don't think that's wrong. I mean, in some forms, I think you're gonna have, and like I have some more information. Like I pay attention to inventory levels that are coming on. I pay attention to like a bunch of different things every single day, especially in this market. So I might have a little bit more stronger beliefs in that because of my boots on the ground. But and also, no, I don't want to admit that the real estate market is crashing overnight or whatever. But how mindful I am, I think I'm a little bit mindful. Yeah, I wouldn't say that, oh my gosh, I have zero I'm a little bit mindful. But I have to say, I do, we'll talk about it later, today, but I have a good amount of facts to back up my stance. Now, that doesn't mean that I can predict the future. I can only say like what's happening now and what I see today. So, but yeah, I'm somewhat mindful, to answer your question.
All right.
So I would add, so you're biased towards, you think the market's going to continue at least where it's at,
yes,
if not increase a little bit.
Slowly increase, yes.
Right. Not like it's been for the last 2 years.
I do not think it's going to be so my stance is I don't think it's going to be what it has the last 2 years. However, I feel very strongly that it's definitely not going to be a huge recession, a 2008 or worse than 2008, like what people are thinking about. That's kind of where my stance is we're going to see the last 3 months, what we're seeing now, we'll probably see over the next couple of years and have a slow growth.
So what surprises me is, I guess the best case example would be Mexico. This was back in the 90s, I think. You guys would know better, or you would know better than us, being that you were here in California. But I believe when there was inflation, massive inflation, and everything was crashing, didn't investments, didn't they appreciate, right? Real estate, stocks, things of that nature.
Like cash did not. Dora's parents should be on this. My wife's parents.
During the 90s?
Yeah, I think it was
93.
Mexico peso went through a crisis. Dora's parents said basically people woke up and their banks told them whatever you had in your account divided by 10, that's your new balance.
Damn.
Like it was just like that, like just straight up. So
this is like 1901.
So yes, but what the similarities are not, right?
90,
how they're
91.
How they're different.
Yeah, but 1920s is like, that's why like our grandma's parents carried cash in the walls, right?
So
Right.
obviously inflation's not to that extent, right? That's like 1,000% inflation, right? When you go from what you had to 110, that's 1,000%. Right now we're getting 10% a year, right? Give or take.
Yeah, but that's double more than what it is, and that's written.
No,
10%.
Yeah, it's more than 10%.
Right.
Right. They're not taking into consideration shrinkflation and all of that.
Yeah. Or right, that. But it's like I always say, like, how much has your rent gone up over the last year?
Right.
How much has your gas?
Things you
gone
have
up?
to have.
Things that like there's other costs. Like there's no way it's only 8. Like today it came out 8.5%.
Yeah, it was lower.
for
It came
July.
out like 0.4%, I think. Right. It was 9.1.
No, 8.5.
Okay. So it came down
July's
0.6.
8.5%. Last month was 9.1.
Right.
The month before that was 8.6, and it's normally half of those numbers.
Oh, even less than that.
But
Oftentimes.
no, if you, I think it's kind of stupid to think that inflation is only 8.5%.
Yeah, I do. I think the real numbers.
I mean, grocery. Even look at your grocery bills.
Well,
you know.
There's a website you can go to that shows you. So they changed the calculations
Right.
like 20 years ago on how inflation's calculated, or maybe even the 80s when they did it. But if you go back prior to that, the last time I checked, the inflation was around 16%. If you use the old metrics of calculation.
Oh, okay.
So there's a website that does that for you.
Okay.
I haven't checked it recently, but that was like 5 months ago. I looked it was like 16%. So I'm sure it's been in the 20s a couple of times.
For sure.
So it's nowhere what they're telling you.
I agree with that. Yeah.
But my reason for bringing this up is investments have not increased in value as you would expect with such inflation. Nothing like Mexico, right? But still, you would expect if
Well, I think we had that.
if your dollar's losing value.
These last 2 years.
Yeah, but inflation wasn't as bad 2 years ago. Not even close.
Because we didn't see
now.
their effects.
Right.
I mean, because look, how many trillions of dollars did they print? And then, I mean, from in 12 months, we literally had in Orange County single-family homes go up almost 30% in 12 months. It's like 26.8% from March to March.
But a lot of that, I think, could be attributed to the fact that interest rates were so low. A lot of that.
That's one, and also stimulus, right? Putting, but I do agree. Interest rates have definitely a huge part of that. But I mean, I think also, people.
But they're historically still low. Sorry,
people made money everywhere. Stock market, real estate,
whatever you put it in.
If you were a white collar, consumer, you did extremely well over the last
year and a half.
Hey, just want to let you know that if you can get Charlie. All right, love you, sweetheart. I'll call you in a second. I'll leave my office at 5.
Unedited. This is like how we roll.
I love you, bye. So yeah, I didn't think it was going to take a year to see the inflation. I thought it was going to be much quicker than that. But I think it's unfortunate we have like a perfect storm of still supply chain issues. We have now gas is up 100%, real estate is up 30%. Groceries, oil, just basic, just to live in
Everyday
America.
needs have gone up
just to live in America, and it's obviously you just you got to know if you're going to print $5-7 trillion. There's a reason why people haven't done that before.
Well, the funny thing about what you just said is those problems are going to get exponentially worse because
I know
I've been reading a lot about how farmers are not yet pushing the costs along to the consumer.
Oh, interesting.
They haven't done it yet when their costs have gone up 5 times, right? As much as 5 times. So your costs supposedly are going to go up exponentially, and New York Times had a ridiculous article last week that it's time for cannibalism, right? This is the New York Times, right? They had this article.
So they were... New York Times basically said, let's start eating each other.
Yeah, that we're...
This is
that point.
legit story.
I could see New York doing that.
Yeah, New York Times legitimately had that article.
It's not clickbait. It's
anybody that has the monkeypox, eat them.
No, they were saying that things are going to get really bad as far as getting food, and we're getting to the point where you may have to eat people who have died.
Wow,
that's what they were saying.
So I was watching.
The government will take care of you.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was watching the local news today.
Speaking of cannibalism,
this is why we can't have nice things. So do you want to explain why? What's the philosophy behind this?
Wait, well,
government's not good at anything. Is that what you're talking about, or are you talking about the article?
Yeah. Well, no. Let's go back to inflation. So, let's finish that. Okay, so I would agree. I don't think that inflation's just gonna just go all of a sudden go down. I'm kind of thinking the next 12 months we'll probably continue seeing the exact same crap going on. So since we started on real estate, so how do we win in that equation? So we know what is over the last 2 years. We know that real estate prices have gone up. We know that rents have gone up. Technically, right now, unemployment is actually pretty dang low. Was it 3 or 4% or in between?
Yeah.
So so there's that. Rents have gone up significantly. Yes, we're going to lose on a price that's going to be a little bit high, or higher, if you will. And yes, we're going to lose on an interest rate that's going to be temporarily high. But how do we win
that's
this
not high
equation?
necessarily, right?
True.
So
Compared
historically,
to 2
that's,
years ago.
that's low.
Very true.
Historically, 6% is low. It's like
It is.
6 now. You can get a loan for like 4.75, in my understanding. Right
Yeah.
now.
So how do we win?
Historically, that's not high at all.
Like how I cracked the beer.
Pretty awesome.
So I don't know. That's why I brought up Mexico. So if inflation,
I'll move to Mexico.
You can't compare though. I mean,
I understand, but if inflation continues to escalate, do you put your money in real estate? Is that the safe place to be?
Well, answer the question.
I don't know. I'm really asking. If it were me personally, I think it's the safest place to be,
do you think?
and that's because your real estate's not going to go out of business, right? So if you buy
Correct.
stocks,
Right.
yeah, I mean,
It
you can
could.
price yourself in. Well, what I mean to say is you can price yourself in if you stay invested within the stock market in that stock for 20 years, you'll probably be fine. But the
Right.
business can go out of business,
Yeah.
right?
Unless you're buying
That'll
index
never
funds.
happen with your property. It
True.
never goes out of business for
Right.
20 years. If you're for sure going to be in it for 20 years, you will always recruit.
Right.
Don't listen to real estate agents that tell you the prices never drop, because that's not true.
That is
That
true.
was
That wouldn't
No,
be Joey.
that-
That would be maybe the ones.
Yeah. No.
No, I was making a joke.
Yeah. No. But you are right. I would say just like lenders might say, oh, take whatever rate you can, whatever. Yes, a lot. Probably the majority would say, oh, prices never go down. That's not true. I mean, just go back to 2008. But okay, going back to what
But
you're
if you're in
saying.
it for 20 years, I don't think you have any concerns.
Oh, I would even go to say if you're in it for 12 years,
Sure.
I don't think you should have any concerns. Some might say 7, but I would, okay, let's be a little more conservative. Let's go 12, because we don't know if the last 30 years are going to be the next 30 years. That's what we don't know, right? I mean, nobody predicted 2008. Nobody predicted COVID. That there's stuff changes. And history isn't exactly the same as the present, so you got to take that in consideration. But my thing is, like, I agree. I think real estate is the safest thing. I think it's the hardest or harder. It's one of the harder assets to get in because it takes a lot of capital and a little bit of faith. It's not easy to get in and out of like stocks. Stocks, like, think of how many, I got into stocks a lot more since COVID. It's so easy to get in and out of. Now, I don't day trade and buy and sell. I just buy and hold, similar to what I do with real estate. But it's easier for me to get in and out of. And I think real estate is a little bit challenging to do that. But what I know is if you had $100,000 in 2020 just sitting in the bank account, today, $75,000, that's worth.
I'd say probably less than that
Right.
in actual terms.
Right. So, but let's just give it the benefit of the doubt. If you had $100,000 in a bank account in 2020, today, let's just say it's worth $75,000. I think someone could say it's worth 65 or so. So it's like $75,000. Okay, so my cash. Now, again, you should have an emergency fund. I'm not saying you shouldn't, but if you're sitting in cash, if we're looking at where we could place our money, that's what wealthy people look at. What options do I have to place my money? Real estate, you put that $100,000 into real estate and you could be up. You don't have to use that 26.8%, but let's just say you're up 8% plus tax benefits. You've got cash flow from the after paying off all your expenses and from the income from the rents, and you got depreciations. You got a bunch of things there. To me, I think real estate is the safest thing. That's why I want to continue, I'm a little biased, but go all in, within reason.
And I don't necessarily disagree with that, but there are risks, right? There are risks to investing in real estate. Those risks would be,
Yes.
and we saw those risks play out in California, especially
Right.
in terms of, I forget what the term was, where you didn't have to pay rent.
Moratorium, yeah.
Right.
Which is why, that's actually why we didn't buy in California. That's
exactly.
why.
But other states had it too.
We
Other
first
states had it
started
too.
there in California. And
Yeah, we were looking at California.
Yeah, we first were, and you brought up and I was like, you know what? Honestly, we should be diverse, and I'm open to that. So I'm so glad we did that. I am.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, but even that is not bad. Like I have a house here and never
Right.
missed a rent payment.
True.
Yeah, but that was kind of after the tail end of the moratorium. My point is things can happen in which
Right.
it's not a guaranteed income, right?
Correct.
Even
That
it
is
could be
true.
just a tenant that won't pay, and
Right.
you have to go through the process of getting them out. Which
Right.
to my understanding, in California, it's much more difficult than it is in other states.
For sure. Yeah, it's one of the worst, or the second to worst.
I mean, Dan and I know somebody that said it took them almost 6 months to get a tenant now. That
Yeah.
wouldn't pay rent.
In Arizona, they go with the sheriff like in a week.
Yeah, and they're gone in
Same
a week.
with Texas.
Yeah. If they're not paying their rent, they're out in a week.
So what do you guys have to say to those people on Twitter who are complaining like, oh, you know, it should be illegal to own a home unless it's where you reside? Because this is the kind of culture that is starting to bubble up
Well, let's first look at it
as a response to wealth inequality.
So, just so I can understand, you can answer, but their question is, it should be illegal for someone to own a home if they don't live in it?
Yes,
You can't be a rental.
They're
Can't be a
basically
rental.
saying people like us are what's responsible for unaffordable living.
So, and that was what I was
The
going to say.
greatest homelessness we've ever seen, if that ever happened. But go ahead.
So-
I'll elaborate after.
So yeah, I was going to say that's their philosophy, right? They're saying that prices will fall if there isn't renters, right? Prices will fall, and people then will be able to buy homes. That's what they're saying. But
Got
that's
it.
still not true,
Right.
That's still not true because you have to be creditworthy, which like half the country's not. I would say. I don't know. You would know better than I. What do you think is the creditworthy or creditworthy enough to be able to buy a home in this country? Because you have to be at least a 600 or maybe even
Yeah.
higher to buy a home, don't you?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know like how.
Well, what you did put on your Instagram that I just saw, you said homeowners are something X, maybe 40X.
Oh yeah, the net worth. So yeah, the average net worth of a homeowner is $328,000. The average net worth of a renter is $6,000.
So that's like what, 40x?
Yeah.
So that right there tells you why there's
This attitude
But-
out there. It's not really the fact that they're jealous you have homes. It's that this wealth inequality, the gap.
But see,
But
People-
what that doesn't answer is like what people like. I know in my line of work, I know of a lot of people's incomes and like what how much they're making, and there's a clear distinction between I have some clients that make less than $100,000 a year, have several kids, and every couple years they're buying a rental property. Like I straight up have those type of clients
in
and
California or where?
Yes, here in Orange County, and they buy in Palm Desert. Straight up. And I know clientele that make more than 6 figures a year and they're still renting and complaining that they can't afford to purchase. And it's like, I feel like it comes down to decisions you make. It's like,
that's exactly what I was going to say.
do you always have the like latest iPhone? Do you always have the latest laptop?
Yeah.
I mean, do you know how many like times how many Uber Eats show up in a Tesla to deliver me food? Like that's like what like again, not that
Well, they're
choose what you
It's a free country. Do
choose what you want to,
But you'll pay
but
the
don't
price.
bitch to me that you can't afford a home. You drive a nicer car than I do, So I guess there's always more. There's more to what meets the eye, but I think that we have full control over the decisions we make, and nobody wants to talk about making wise money decisions and having delayed gratifications with the luxuries that you do. Whether that vacations, cars, expensive leases on cars or homes or whatever, and just really throttling it in that regards. Well, of course you're not going to have money left over to go save and buy a house. And well, I'll end at this and let Chris finish. But the second year I was in real estate, I think it was like month 13 or 14, I was helping a couple lease a property in Corona Del Mar, which is it's like a Laguna Beach, really nice area.
Very expensive area.
Very expensive, and I think this was about 8 years ago. So it was it was a little bit ago, and the lease then was like I think it was like $5,500 a month, which like at that time that was like today it's probably like
10 grand.
10 grand. No, seriously, it's probably like 9 or 10 grand. But then it was like $5,500 a month. The couple had no kids. They made almost $400,000 a year between the two, and they couldn't literally come up with the first month's rent and security deposit.
Wow.
they showed up in a brand new Mercedes SUV, like this or that, and I'm like, oh man, like, because at that time I was like, man, 400,000, like that was the most I've ever seen. And don't get me wrong, that's still a lot of money.
That's top
it's
5%.
Exactly.
Maybe top 1%.
It's actually top 1%. If you make over $400,000 a year, you're in the top 1% of America, household income. And so I was like, oh man, so it's like, wow, like they make so much, and like. You would think if you make $400,000 a year, in a year or two, you should be able to buy a house. Like, you should.
Well,
and this was 8 years ago.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, though, is because people oftentimes want to accept what they can afford, right? So these people want to buy in Corona Del Mar.
Yeah.
I'm sure, well, they'd have to cut their spending a little to save up some money, but I'm sure they could buy a house in Anaheim.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you could even buy a house in Irvine.
Right.
Yeah.
But they don't want to.
Right.
They want to live where they want to live.
Right.
So they're willing to piss their money away on rent.
But that's not an excuse to say that there's wealth, in my opinion. That should not be an excuse that there's wealth inequality. It's like, well, there's wealth inequality for people making good financial decisions. Sure. And yeah, do bad times happen? Absolutely. Like, bad times definitely do happen, but they don't last forever, and you got to make good decisions to get out of those.
What it boils down to now is victimhood. Everybody's a victim.
Right.
That's all it is. These people complaining are victims, right? Because if you have a decent
subscribers, or
no, these people you're talking about on TikTok or something.
If you haven't already liked and subscribed to this,
I already told you BTS is from China.
Yeah,
What's
sorry.
next?
But you're talking about people who want to play the victim game, right? Because if you have a reasonably good job and you accept your circumstances, you can buy a house. May not be in the greatest of areas,
right?
But you can buy a house.
Yeah.
You just got to save some money for a while, right? You have to come up with your down payment, and depending on the times, it can range from 3 to 20%.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be going back to like 20% soon. I don't know. But my point is you can save the money. You can get a house. You can buy a house. You're not excluded.
And that's the craziest thing about all of this is, if even now with the rates up, 5%?
Yep.
Yeah.
Just over.
Okay. Your mortgage is still going to be less on the same property as what you can rent it for right now. If you put like even just 10% down.
You can come up with a down payment.
More or less.
Yeah.
Well, and not only that, but piggybacking on this is like, now this is where my bias comes into play, where it's like, I have so many clients to where, they want to get that, single family, 3,000 square foot, they want to get that house, and it's like, excuse me,
You can't afford it.
You don't have to buy your dream home the first purchase.
Right.
It's like I see that somehow, I don't know why, but in America it's like my first purchase needs to be the single family home in a nice neighborhood, best school districts where we can settle down. It's like that, maybe especially here in Orange County, California, you will probably rent forever if you have that mindset. But it's okay to go, just there's still safe neighborhoods that aren't like the super luxury ones that you can go out and start at, be there for 2 to 5 years, and then use that appreciation to go to where you want to go. So I've had some clients really win by doing that. They start off in a condo, went to a townhome, a small single family in an area near where they wanted to be, and then they now are in a super nice neighborhood where they wanted to be, where they wanted to start at. But it's like that's very an unrealistic mindset to say, okay, I want to get that, the dream home, that I have perfectly pictured in my head at the start. Everybody successful, I don't think, started that way. That they made little moves.
Were handed money.
Exactly, unless they were handed money, exactly. But that's, what I think Dave Ramsey just recently said, 86% of millionaires did not inherit anything from parents or whatever. So it's like, the average millionaire isn't buying $1 million house, their first purchase, or a $2 million, so.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my houses were stepping stones.
Yeah.
Still are.
And same here. I'm still not in a single family, and partially because a couple other decisions that I've made, but it's okay to have a little bit of delayed gratification. I think that's the best way to get out of this income inequality. If you're on the shittier side of that end, to where you're renting or you're trying to get ahead, you're trying to pay off credit card debt, whatever that rat race is. If you're on that side, couple little, good decisions, delayed gratification can go a very long way, and that's the only way that's going to get you out of the situation that you're in. If you are in, on the shittier side of that equation of income inequality.
Yeah, I've seen read a number of articles, seen a number of videos, read a number of articles. It's specific to that's the biggest problem with Americans is they want it now.
Right.
Everything now. Everything has to be right now.
But I think when you see other people like post videos and it's like, oh man, all these other people are living that way or traveling that way. So I think sometimes
social media doesn't help with that.
Yeah, I think sometimes it can make this unreal. Yeah, there might be a very, 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 very small portion, and maybe it was that person that worked. I mean, look at Dan, worked for 10 years, posted a video every day, and now their channel has completely, went to the moon. And so it's like, but nobody sees that everyday boring posting a video late at night. I mean, I see Dan uploading late at night, it's like you don't see the 10 years that it took to kind of get there to where you could just hang out and, do nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a good book on this topic written by a leftist, but it doesn't make it not a good book because this guy researched the hell out of this topic. It's called Capital. And he's definitely a socialist, but he doesn't make good arguments for socialism, but he does make good arguments for why the rich keep getting richer. And it's basically what you said. Like, it's what you've been saying. Let's shift gears. Yeah. Let's shift gears, okay? You've got this awesome TV screen here. And I know we did a main skin. Let's not do main skin. I feel like we should show Joey. Chris, what do you think about this?
Show Joey what?
What are you showing me? If it involves taking off belts, I'm not in.
No. Music. Let's react to something. I feel like Nightwish. I don't think he's ever experienced Nightwish, unless you could think of something better.
No, that's fine.
Nightwish?
Sure.
Do you want to do some metal? Do you like metal?
Yeah.
No. It's not American. They're
European.
Finland, right?
I always get in trouble for this, but
I think it's Finland. In trouble this time.
Okay, I think it's Finland.
Just put Nightwish on YouTube, Joey, and then we'll catch your reaction to it. And I'll probably shift my position.
The lady's got a hell.
That's what she said.
I don't know, but she's amazing.
What'd you say is the name? Night Shift?
Nightwish.
Nightwish.
Yes, you're in for a treat, and this part alone will go viral. And then if you guys want to learn about, no, we're not doing like a whole.
Yeah, I don't have time for this. No, keep going.
That's what she said.
Hold on.
No.
Let's find one like 7 minutes or less. Keep going. We'll get something. 4, right there. Phantom of the Opera. All right, Joey. Can you stand next to the screen so I can get
now you're reaction position?
Well, they want reaction.
Dan, you're very assertive.
We get complaints like, "Hey, well, we can't see your face." So
hey, that's also what.
So here we go. Can we hear it? Or should I stand here?
Yeah, stand back.
Okay.
Look at that gold and yellow.
You're in for a treat.
Oh, we got a crier.
Yeah, they're all crying.
So going back to income inequality.
Yeah. This is gonna be a great clickbait for that.
Oh. I almost feel like I'm there.
Their fans are so hardcore, dude. Like, you will get subscribers from this. Seriously. We'll put your link underneath.
How do you guys find this shit?
It's the community, man.
They requested.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a prayer on the drums.
Check it out. They're gonna go ham.
Oh, dude, I fucking called it. Oh, get it, girl. I bet her name is Tina. She looks like a Tina.
I actually forgot her name.
Floor dancing.
Floor.
And her name is...
This would be like pronouns would come in handy.
Oh, and he's a bassist? Okay. We got a singer and a bassist with blonde hair. Dude, there's a lot of people there.
Dude, you have no
Dang.
idea. You have no idea. You want to put your cell phone number?
No. Not with whoever requested this.
They
Yeah.
will message you if they're not happy with what you're saying.
Dang. Oh, bro, he got them chaps coming down. All right.
For real, Fleur is a legend. She's such a legend. She's a beast.
She looks like a beast.
Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, they're doing a great job. Oh.
Aren't they?
Oh. That's
Oh,
what she
yeah,
said.
wrong.
Finish.
Shout out to Finno.
Chris, what are you thinking?
Chris loves this stuff.
Yeah, I think they're good. I like Maneskin better.
Oh, you're gonna get some.
I might.
Dude, his hair is down to his back.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's down to his back, but lower back.
So, what are your initial impressions? It's rare to get a
This-
first time reaction of this band.
And you said this is out of country?
Finland.
I could see that. I apologize if you're from Finland. I'm sorry, but this looks like it was there. I think what threw it off is the cape and then his hair.
Yeah.
But that's it. They're doing pretty good. They're singing well. I like the bassist that also sings. That's kind of cool.
What's your favorite part of this whole thing?
What's my favorite part?
Yeah, like this whole, the best part. The best part of this.
The guy's hair, for sure. Yeah, the bassist hair. I mean, you can't go wrong. That probably took him 10 years. And I'm curious if he dyes it or if that's natural. Kind of leaning towards him dyeing it. But I have to say, this guy, he's mad on the keys. He's killing it.
Dude, I've become, thanks to this community, me and Chris become fans of this band, and we'll get back into the content and probably come up with one more video, but I got something totally different for you unless Chris can come up with something. But yeah, well, thank you for your reaction. So would you watch more Nightwish?
Oh, absolutely.
What'd you like better, Maneskin or Nightwish?
Oh, Nightwish.
Really?
Yeah, the hair. Yeah, it did it for me.
All right.
Actually, there were models in the other one, so...
I hope this isn't your cell number.
Oh, shit.
There we go. Okay, Chris Sauber. I'm here with Chris Sauber. Is this band do they get... Yes, they do get a lot of fans.
We reacted to this song.
Why are you having Joey react to this?
I want to see if he can believe that this is a male's voice.
Okay, well, you just told him. Okay, Joey,
I
are
wasn't
you...
going to tell him, but...
Joey.
Real quick. Do you think this is a...
So, this is a whole new audience, and I know we gotta go in 5 minutes.
Yeah, actually 2.
Okay, what's one more thing you want to tell people, about real estate? Really
To
quick?
buy real estate and wait and hold. Or
Okay.
to buy real estate and hold, not to wait. but
Okay,
Buy real
okay.
estate and wait.
And delay gratification.
Yeah.
Okay, let's react to this. I'll try to get your face and the screen at the same time.
Turn it up enough so you can hear this dude's voice.
Yes.
You like rock music? You like rock?
Oh, wow.
I like these guys.
Oh, you did drug. The fuck?
Close your eyes. Picture a dude.
That's nuts.
When we reacted to the song, I was like, there's no way that's a dude.
I know, especially that guy with the beard.
Yeah.
No way. Wow. Okay, now that sounds a little bit more
Yeah.
like a man.
Yeah.
But that intro was not at all.
This chorus is so sick. I remember.
This is a good song. I like this song.
What is this called again?
Blinded
Dude, I could like run to this. Yeah, I could like
This is like some rocky.
When it comes out on my
The
stereo,
drums are heavy. I like it.
when it comes out on the stereo in my car, I still question how is this?
Yeah. No, that's nuts. Are we doing the whole thing?
No, whatever Chris thinks. What you think?
He sings that way. Let's do
Yeah.
one more.
Yeah.
One more verse. One more verse. This guy's a legend. Their fan base also hardcore. So you've been exposed to 3
Hardcore fan bases: Maneskin, Nightwish, and now.
Blinded Frozen.
There you go.
Or
Beast mode.
Beast Mode.
No, Beast mode. Marshawn Lynch. What's his
Beast and Black.
Beast mode?
You guys have shown me some weird shit today.
So you believe in this is a dude singing?
Reason number
No.
1080 to have
No.
a reaction.
Right
down,
in with
Joey.
me.
That's nuts.
Joey,
I
if
would
Chris and
never-
I had this setup, we would do so many reactions. Like,
Okay.
this is such a good studio.
If you weren't doing reactions though, what would you? Oh, you can.
I would do
that after.
everything. I would do everything. Like what we talked about at the beginning of this video.
For those of you guys that are curious, watch the whole thing. All right, link underneath, and that video has link to Joey's YouTube channel. So go check it out. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Chris,
Thank you
thanks
for
you
watching.
very much.
Click
You
the
wanna show 'em your
notification
gun?
bell.
Show 'em your gun.
Oh shit.
Or not? No? Okay, no. And then
You
so
want to
you,
see my gun?
you gotta watch the other one for that. And yeah, talk to you later. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Bye bye.